Hello, good evening, everybody. On this Thursday, it is May 29th, and I'm Chris Allen here with your 270 weather for the 270 area code and beyond. Okay, so the question is up there, severe storms overnight? Really? The Hall and Oates song, Say It Isn't So. I wish I could. Uh, I tell you what, this is just I'll just tell you, this has been the strangest year of weather that I think I've ever seen in my lifetime. There have been some doozies. I mean, I lived through the 69 remnants of Hurricane Camille, then 74 super outbreak of tornadoes, so forth and so on. I've seen some really crazy years. You know, you get into the 80s and then the 90s and the 2000s, and it's just like, 98 hailstorm. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff I've lived through, but it's just, I don't know. There's just something different about this year that I think is just odd. It's just odd to me. Um, I know you probably sense the same thing. And the pundits out there will try to uh, pass it off as climate change and all this garbage. They're never going to make me buy into that. I just think it's an odd weather pattern that we're in, and yeah, the climate does change. It changes all the time. But to label it as that because of that necessarily, and it's our fault. I don't buy that. That's saying that you're bigger than God, and I will never say that I'm bigger than God, and I will never ever fall for that. Um, he is ultimately in control, and he's looking down, going, "What are you guys worried about? I've got this already right here." It's just oddities. We're going to go through life with certain oddities, and you just might as well get used to it. Of course, this is my platform. Nobody's telling me, "Oh, don't you say that now. You'll get in trouble." I can't get in trouble here. So when I can not express my true thoughts anywhere else, I can do that here. So that's what you're going to hear. If you don't like it, then there's plenty of other people out there you can watch. If you don't want the truth, but I'm going to tell you the truth, and I'm going to tell you how it is, and I'm going to do it with a sense of you have a right to go somewhere else and listen to other, I don't think, very factual stuff that goes on. A lot of that stuff is done for money, big money, big money. So I'm just not buying the junk. So let me just say, the reason why I said all that, I didn't mean to get off on that, but the reason I did say that was to say this: tonight we have another oddity in the forecast. There's something about the models that are just off. I just think they're off. They've been way off, uh, predicting some of these little bouts of severe weather. Once they'll hit them and give you days and days and days and days of preparation. And then you've got these little oddities like tonight that just do a little sneak attack. I'm like, there was nothing to indicate that that was going to happen. But here we are. It is going to be by early tomorrow morning, as you get ready to get up and go to work. There's going to be some thunderstorms, and some of those could maybe be a little bit strong. I'm just earlier this morning, didn't see it. Now we're seeing it. It's just crazy how that works. Here is a look live from the Plano Cam. where I'm located, just outside of the city limits of Bowling Green, Kentucky. It is 8:13 Central Time. There, you can see the clouds. There's no rain, but it's been at times it has looked threatening at times today is what I meant to say. A few showers, but nothing organized yet. We're waiting on a low pressure system, warm front, and that will be followed by a cold front that is going to usher in much cooler air tomorrow and then shut off the rain eventually. But yes, we're going to pick up more rain, and some of the rain, even overnight tonight, could actually be heavy, a stronger thunderstorm. So that's what I'm here to prepare you for before you turn in for the night here at 8:15 Central Time, Thursday, May 29th. Just be aware you need to leave your weather radio turned on. You need to have your phone with the News 40 weather app on it and leave it up where it can beep. It can signal you if you get a warning or notification. I'm not anticipating that, but boy, there have been times when I said, look, I don't think we got anything to worry about here. And then all of a sudden, a pivot. And then all of a sudden, we got something to worry about. It's just been a crazy, crazy spring. We're about to warm things up, which I think will help some of this wonky weather. That's what I call it, wonky weather that's going on. Let's just get through this. Today's high, 80. We almost hit 81. I predicted 81. We hit 80. 2 degrees cooler than normal. The normal 82. The low 62. No rainfall officially at the Bowling Green Airport. As I mentioned, there have been a few showers around, but nothing um, too intense. And here's a look at radar. And you can see that we've got, as mentioned, some of those scattered showers here and there, especially over toward Albany in Clinton County, south of Monticello and along US 27. Even a little, that's a flood advisory that is out for, that looks like Clooney. Yeah, Clinton and Russell counties until 9:30. Air has prompted some street flooding, minor flooding in the low-lying and poor drainage areas. At 6:25, radar indicated heavy rain due to thunderstorms, minor flooding there in parts of Clinton and Russell counties. And there's going to be more rain coming in overnight. So that could complicate some things. And yes, we could see some flood advisories or a flash flood warning or something like that by early tomorrow morning when I get up and get ready to go in to the TV station to do sunrise. But I will have my alerts turned on as well. And if something happens before that time, I, of course, will be on top of it and bring you the latest, whatever time that happens. But look, this is not going to be a tornado outbreak or anything like that. It's just going to be a lot of strong thunderstorms with heavy rain, some potential maybe for damaging wind. We'll see. Maybe some small hail, even overnight. But I think most of this is going to come in the morning. What we're seeing right now is just some light shower activity. But the the thing is now with where the warm front is going, and let me do a little drawing here so that you can see what's going on. Down here south of Nashville is the warm front, and it will be attached to an area of low pressure. Okay. That's going to be back to the west. All of that, let me change color. All of that, let's just pick that color right there. That's good. All of that is going to be heading north and northeast during the overnight hours. That's where the stronger thunderstorms are going to be developing. There's a little bit out there right now, but nothing really strong. We've got a canopy of clouds that's holding down the instability, but we've got instability that's going to be on the rise as we get into the overnight hours. And that's the concern. Even without daytime heating, there could be enough instability to cause something maybe to pop up overnight. We shall see, but I will keep a watch on it here for the 270 and beyond. All right, let's take a look at Mesonet details, current conditions, and see what we can see there. As far as temperatures currently here at just after 8 p.m. Central Time, upper 60s, low 70s. How much moisture is there out there? Well, with the temperatures upper 60s to low 70s, dew points are in the 60s, even mid 60s, then that means relative humidity is also kind of high. Yeah, look, 80, 70, 80, 90%, depending on where you are. So we have some humid air, we have some moisture, and that's going to be with that front is all you're going to need for a trigger. And we've got an active jet stream, westerly jet. We're kind of in the left, what they call the west exit region to the left of the jet stream trough. And when you get those little troughs, you get a lot of energy that goes right through the trough. And that's where you can get, even overnight, some thunderstorms. You don't have to have the heat of the sun. So at the surface, we have winds coming in from the north right now, very calm. I don't think there's even much of a breeze. No, not much at all. So any precipitation that's happened past 24 hours has been very light, but you see why now Clinton County has that flood advisory. They have picked up right at an inch of rain, and that's just within the last couple of hours. That's a lot of rain in that short amount of time. No one else has really picked up anything, even though there have been some stray showers around. None of those raindrops hit any of the Mesonet sensors. Not yet, anyway, but I do believe overnight, yeah, we're going to see some pretty decent, measurable rainfall. What about the severe weather threat? Well, let's take a look at that. Let me update these graphics and make sure we've got the very, very current graphics. Okay. So here we go. This is for overnight tonight, actually late tonight into early Friday morning. It says Thursday, but actually this is going to be valid until tomorrow morning into Friday. Now, earlier today, the cutoff was way back here in Western Kentucky. And then just before noon, I mean, a couple of minutes before we went on with the news show on News 40 today, they did an update and extended it further east to include Bowling Green and kind of over toward, well, Russell County and Clinton County, where you've had that very heavy rainfall. Let's see what the individual threats are. Tornado threat, I mean, it's there, 2 to 4%. Nothing that screams at you, but I mean, it's a 2 to 4% chance. There could be a little spin with some of the stronger storms, but if the storms don't get that strong, and it's a possibility, then this threat won't even happen. We'll keep a watch on it though. Damaging wind threat is 5 to 14% in the same area. And then hail, large hail, a possibility, or at least some hail that doesn't have to be large, but some hail, 5 to 14% chance. So that's overnight tonight and into early tomorrow morning. Now here's Friday. We go back into the garden variety general category of thunderstorms, and the severe weather threat moves into eastern Kentucky. But just as I said off the top here, who's to say that tomorrow they may pivot again and then, oh, we're still included, and oh, let's draw this in. I'm not, this is no, I'm not downing the weather service or any of that, because they are my kind of people and I trust them. And I know it's something is going on with the computer models that's just not, I just think it's off, especially the long range forecasts have been, have just been off track. And it could just be the way the weather's behaving. Could just be that. I don't know. There is a general thunderstorm threat on Saturday, but it's not a big threat. It's not much of one, but as we've seen lately, it's happened many times. All of a sudden, you get a blank map like that, and then the next time you turn around, it's all of a sudden we've got a severe weather threat. It's just, I have not seen it this way. Just, just you got to stay on your toes. Really do. Okay. Let's go to the maps and we'll time this out. Here comes our system. This is showing, well, 7 o'clock right now. It's after 8. It's 8:25. So we're past this map. Low pressure system, as I drew it on the radar. The warm front is now becoming more of a stationary front, and there's the cold front back behind it. Here we go overnight, just after midnight. Low pressure system is forecast to move up through the Green River. There's the warm front and the cold front. Out ahead of it into eastern Kentucky, you're going to see a lot of fog again tonight, like you did this morning. Behind the low pressure system and in line with the cold front, well, it just reset on me. Yeah, there we go. Heavier rain and thunderstorms, which is not going to get here until, say, 3 or 4, 5 o'clock in the morning and last all the way through the drive into work. That's when the cold front's going to come through with heavy rain and thunderstorms. We will just have to see I'm going to say the severe weather threat is conditional. Conditional. It may not even happen, but I've got to tell you about it nonetheless. It's a possibility. 1 o'clock tomorrow, the system moves away, but we're left with some remnant scattered showers and maybe a thunderstorm, but then we start to dry out. As we get to around this time tomorrow night, Friday night, here is Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, a few showers with another upper wave that kind of just clips the area. But by Sunday morning, it's gone. Here we go into Monday. Another system tries to work in with a late day shower. Mostly these are going to be late day showers next week. Here's Monday. Here's Tuesday. Wednesday, we start to see another system working its way in here with rain, scattered thunderstorms. Here's next Thursday. The entire area is covered again with rain. It just keeps being damp here. It's like that Damp Rid commercial where the family walks in. I love that commercial. They walk in, damp. Watch your language. Damp. Yeah, I'm going to start. Wonder if I could get by with that on TV. Well, probably not. I probably shouldn't try it. Here, I can say it. Damp. Just a funny commercial. Whoever came up with that is genius, I think. It's hilarious. The little kid says it, the grandma says it, and then the little kid says it, and the dad's like, "Hey, what's your language?" It's good. It's just really good. Okay, here's a here's a look at rainfall, projected rainfall. We're gonna get some rain out of this tonight, and much of this that you're seeing here is going to happen overnight tonight and into the first half of your Friday, right on the border of an inch and a quarter to inch and a half. That much rain? Yeah, it's possible. Did you just see Albany and Clinton County and Russell County with that flood advisory? Yeah, they've picked up about an inch of rain already. So for us to get a inch of rain here overnight, it's a very strong possibility. So, yeah, boy. Here we go with the model blender. And I got to say, I've always loved the blender, but the way these computer forecast models have been just all over the place, it's really hard to look at this and go, is this really going to be what we're going to see? I've got a big question mark. Like the Riddler used to wear the big question mark on his vest, on his suit. That's the way I'm just looking at that going, yeah, I've got a big question mark. How about maybe 73 tomorrow? That sounds about right. It will be much cooler tomorrow than it was today by almost 10 degrees behind that system. But then we recover for the weekend and all next week. Every single day is 80 or above. If we trust this, we'll just have to see if it verifies. But we're going to go, I think we are going to go into a period of some summer like temperatures as we start the brand new month of June on Sunday. It's almost like it timed it out perfectly. Flip the calendar over to June and let's throw some big 80s in there. So we'll just see if all that plays out. How about the 7-day forecast is seen on News 40 and the News 40 weather app? 73 tomorrow, showers, thunderstorms, especially the first half of the day. Then we go 80 on Saturday, 79 Sunday, a couple of shower chances right there. Not for everybody. Then we see a drier period for Monday, Tuesday, and even part of Wednesday, 83 to 87, maybe even 88. Then we go 84 Thursday, and that's because there's going to come a better chance of rain by next Thursday, as I showed you on the map. Okay. So let's just all just prepare for the possibility. I'm not saying it's going to be one of these pace the floor all night kind of deals. It is not going to be that. This is a low end threat, but enough, there's enough there for the weather service to go, you know, maybe we should paint in parts of southern Kentucky with at least a level 1 out of 5, the lowest level risk that a storm could get a little active overnight and early tomorrow morning. So that's really what it is. This is not a stay up all night worry, full wall to wall coverage. It's not that. Okay. So just just in case, just be prepared. All right. That'll do it for this Thursday evening. I'll see you hopefully tomorrow morning early at 6 a.m. On News 40 Sunrise on WNKY, and then again at noon on News 40. In the meantime, have a great evening. God bless you, and thank you for watching.